What's up, Cowboys Nation, and welcome back to the channel, your number one stop for everything Dallas Cowboys. Today we've got breaking news that is sending shockwaves through the NFL and lighting up every sports headline across the country. Yes, it's true. After years of speculation, close calls, and countless what if conversations, Derrick Henry has officially signed with the Dallas Cowboys, and the football world is absolutely buzzing. This is not a drill. The king himself, the man who's been a nightmare for defenses for nearly a decade, the former NFL rushing champion and one of the most physically dominant players the league has ever seen, is finally making his way to Arlington to wear that iconic star on his helmet. After seasons of inconsistent ground game performances, Ezekiel Elliott's departure and return, Tony Pollard's flashes but not quite consistent stardom, and plenty of questions about toughness and short yardage reliability, the Cowboys front office has made a statement loud and clear. They're going all in. And how do you go all in? You bring in Derrick Henry, a one-man wrecking crew who turns defensive linemen into speed bumps and turns 3-yard gains into 60-yard explosions. This is a move that signals the Cowboys are done playing it safe, done relying solely on finesse and speed. They're bringing back the power game, the dominance at the line of scrimmage, and most importantly, they're giving Dak Prescott the help he's needed in the backfield to take this offense to the next level. Now let's dive into how this all came together. For years, Henry has been linked to the Cowboys, like, not officially, but through rumors, fan dreams, offseason speculation, and wish lists. He's a Texas guy at heart. Everyone knows that. And even Henry himself has said in past interviews that joining the Cowboys would be a perfect situation. But it just never materialized. Like, until now. According to sources close to the organization, the Cowboys front office, led by Jerry and Stephen Jones, made the push to bring in Henry after evaluating how thin their running back room looked headed into the regular season. After missing out on other high-profile free agents and realizing that their current roster lacked a true tone setter in the backfield, they pivoted. And who better to fill that role than Derrick Henry, a 6'3", 247-pound monster of a man who not only punishes defenders, but wears down entire defenses over 4 quarters. Imagine Micah Parsons at practice trying to tackle this man. Iron sharpens iron, and now the Cowboys get to sharpen their defense by facing one of the league's best every single week. Henry's arrival is more than just a personnel change, it's a cultural shift. For too long, the Cowboys have had questions swirling around their identity. Are they a run-first team? A pass-heavy finesse offense? Can they grind out close games when the passing game stalls? Bringing in Derrick Henry answers all of that. He gives them identity, toughness, attitude, the kind of edge the Cowboys have been missing since their 90s dynasty days. You give him 20 to 25 carries a game, and you don't just get yards, you get momentum, clock control, play action threats, and a defense that stays rested. Let's be honest, Dak Prescott is at his best when he's not forced to throw the ball 40 plus times a game. We've seen it over and over when the run game is humming, when defenses are biting on play action, when linebackers are creeping up and safeties are frozen. That's when Dak can surgically pick you apart. With Henry in the backfield, the entire offensive scheme opens up. CeeDee Lamb gets more one-on-one looks. Brandon Cooks gets more space on the deep ball. The tight ends have cleaner releases, and the offensive line, now anchored by Tyler Smith and Zach Martin, can go forward and punch people in the mouth instead of sitting back on their heels in pass protection. From a locker room perspective, this move is massive too. Derrick Henry is one of the most respected veterans in the league. He's quiet, he's disciplined, and he leads by example. He doesn't bring drama, he brings results. That's the kind of veteran presence this young locker room needs. You've got a lot of hungry dogs in there. Guys like Deuce Vaughn, Jake Ferguson, even Trey Lance looking to prove themselves. And now they get to share a facility with a walking legend who trains like a machine and plays like a freight train. Honestly, you better believe that intensity is going to rub off on the whole roster. And let's talk about red zone. The Cowboys were one of the most frustrating teams to watch inside the 20-yard line last season. Too many stalled drives, too many field goals. When they needed touchdowns, you put Derrick Henry in there. That problem just got solved. You don't need to get fancy when you have number. 22 in the backfield. You line it up, you hand it off, and you let him do what he does, finish drives. Just picture him behind that big offensive line, 3 yards to go, game on the line. Oh, who's stopping that? From a fan perspective, this is the kind of move that reignites excitement. Cowboys fans are some of the most passionate, loyal, and invested fans in all of sports, but they've been burned too many times by preseason hype and regular season disappointment. This signing feels different. This feels like the front office saying, we hear you. We see what's missing and we're going to fix it. It's not just hype. It's substance. It's proof that the Cowboys are not content with playoff appearances. They want a championship. And if there's one player who can help tilt the field in the postseason, it's Derrick Henry. We've seen it before when the weather gets cold and the games get tighter and defenses start to wear down. Henry gets stronger. He's a playoff weapon. He's the kind of player who can carry you through January. And let's not forget the narrative. Derrick Henry wearing a star on his helmet, running wild in AT&T Stadium, giving the home fans something to roar about week in and week out. It's pure box office. Every network is going to want Cowboys games in prime time now. Every defensive coordinator is going to lose sleep the week they face Dallas. This move changes everything. Now, there will be skeptics. There always are. Some will say Henry is past his prime, that the wear and tear of all those carries in Tennessee has caught up with him. But let's be real. Have you seen him lately? This man is built like a superhero. His off-season workouts are legendary. He's still clocking 21 plus miles per hour on breakaway runs. And sure, he's 30 years old, but he's not your average 30-year-old back. He's different. His training, his body type, and his playstyle all point to a guy who still has gas in the tank. And now he's going to a team where he doesn't have to carry the offense by himself. He can be part of a balanced attack. He doesn't have to get 350 touches a season. The Cowboys can use him smartly, feature him when it counts, manage his workload, and keep him fresh for the games that matter most. It's the perfect situation for a veteran like Henry and the perfect timing for a franchise looking to finally break through. Financially, it's a deal that makes sense too. The Cowboys structured the contract to give them flexibility, a base salary with performance incentives, and a short-term window that doesn't mortgage the future. That's smart. It's aggressive, but not reckless. They didn't overspend, but they got a game changer. And the message it sends to the rest of the league is clear. The Cowboys aren't just trying to compete. They're trying to dominate. They're tired of watching other teams lift the Lombardi. Like, they want to bring it back to Dallas, and bringing in Derrick Henry is a major step toward doing just that. So what's next? Training camp just got a whole lot more interesting. You better believe every eye will be on Henry when he takes his first reps in a Cowboys uniform. The media coverage, the social media buzz, the highlight reels, a car sucks. It's going to be non-stop. And once the regular season kicks off, all eyes will be on how Mike McCarthy and the offensive staff use their new weapon. Do they build the offense around him? Do they ease him in? One thing's for sure. Defenses better buckle up, because with Henry in the backfield, the Dallas Cowboys just became one of the most dangerous teams in the league. So, there you have it, folks. Derrick Henry is a Dallas Cowboy. Let that sink in. The king is in Big D, and with him comes hope, power, and the possibility of something truly special. If you're a Cowboys fan, now's the time to get excited. If you're an opponent, now's the time to start game planning. And if you're an NFL fan, just sit back and enjoy the show, because this season, the Cowboys are coming, and they're coming with the king leading the charge. Be sure to like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell, because we'll be covering every snap, every stiff arm, and every touchdown right here on the channel. This is going to be a season to remember. Go Cowboys.